In Christ, the battle has been fought on every point, and the victory has been made complete. He was made flesh itself, the same flesh and blood as those whom he came to redeem. He was made in all points like as we are, yet without sin. Notice with me, as we turn to Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 and 15. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. He was in all points tempted like as we are. If in any point he had not been like as we are, then on that point he could not possibly have been tempted like as we are. He was touched with a feeling of our infirmities because he was in all points tempted like as we are. When he was tempted, he felt the desires and the inclinations of the flesh precisely as we feel them when we are tempted, as we have been told in James chapter 1 verses 14 and 15. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lusts, his own desires and inclinations of the flesh, and enticed. Then, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. All this Jesus could experience without sin, because to be tempted is not sin. It is only when lust hath conceived, when the desire is cherished, when the inclination is sanctioned, only then it is that it bringeth forth sin. And Jesus never even in a thought cherished a desire or sanctioned an inclination of the flesh. Thus in such flesh as ours, he was tempted in all points as we are, and yet without a taint of sin. And thus, by the divine power that he received through faith in God, he in our flesh utterly quenched every inclination of that flesh and effectually killed at its root every desire of the flesh, and so condemned sin in the flesh. And in so doing, he brought complete victory and divine power to maintain it to every soul in the world. All this he did, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.